Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Nick's Topics Dragon Ball What If topic video for you guys today. And today, I am bringing you guys part 2 of What If Nam became a Z Fighter. Now, Nam, like Giran and somewhat Hercule, even though he was very useful at times in the parts of Z, just like near the end of Z, and somewhat in Super, Nam is one of those other side characters who was introduced and then pretty much nerfed and then completely forgot about. But I have changed that. If you guys have seen the last part, Nam has actually mattered quite a bit. And he was very helpful in the aids of helping Goku fight off General Blue, the pirate robot, and everything just after the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament, except for whenever Goku went off on his own, Nam was training with Master Roshi along with Krillin and Yamcha, learning, like, not the Kamehameha, but at least good moves to help him, like the Lightning Surprise, etc. If you watch the last video, you'll know more. And Mercenary Tao is going to maybe be a different problem for them. Now, when it comes to that part of the saga, since General Blue was killed off in the cave, and there was no Arale, Captain Yellow and that whole thing goes per normal. But whenever we get to the scene with Bora fighting Mercenary Tao, I say fighting, more like, it wasn't even a fight, it was like a pretty much mercy killing. Right whenever Bora's about to be thrown in the air by Tao, Nam, with his quick thinking and respect for village elders, because he's part of a village, he uses his quick thinking and quick instincts and does a swift cross-arm dive to prevent Tao from throwing Bora up in the air, which, even though it doesn't do the full effect of the cross-arm dive, does slightly injure Tao and catches him off guard, allowing Bora and Upa to get to safety while Nam and Goku fight Tao off. And this is just the first encounter with Tao, so Tao, from almost the complete get-go after that cross-arm dive, is forced completely to use everything at his disposal. But with Kid Goku and Nam, and even stronger Nam, it's just nothing, and Tao is almost just a few minutes into the fight taken down. Now, when it comes to Nam's village, on a side note, the prize money, or at least half of it, after the tournament was over, was used to give water and food to Nam's village. So that way Nam wouldn't have to worry about it, because that's the whole reason he went to the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament in the first place, is to get money for his village. But since half that money was used anyway from Master Roshi, his village is just fine. He just visits it from time to time, like whenever he was training with Master Roshi. Just visit it from time to time. But he knows it's okay, so he doesn't have to stress about it, because he pursued the art of being a martial artist with Goku and everybody. And since Tao was killed on the first encounter, Goku and Nam, without any trouble and no worries yet, go and see Korn and get the sacred water. So, that means that Goku along with Nam are the two strongest at this point. Nam is right alongside Goku, similar to what I did with Hercule and Giran. Now, when we get to the Red Ribbon Army finale, like the finale of the Red Ribbon Army saga, it pretty much goes per normal aside from Nam being there also. But then we get to the fight with Officer Black, which pretty much everything goes per normal, except with Nam's inclusion. That means that Officer Black is forced back a lot more so, especially with the way Nam handles his combat. And Officer Black is surprised, but also he's determined to do this. And after the whole events go down, with him killing Commander Red and getting into his mech form, Nam and Goku, while initially pressured by this, are still able to take Officer Black down. Much more so because Nam's inclusion helps out. Now, when we get into the Fortune Teller Baba saga, I know the sagas are going kind of quick here, but with another warrior's inclusion in the Dragon Ball saga from the get-go, that makes Goku's life a lot easier, and the sagas are much shorter, if you guys haven't already, figured out. Now, Krillin and Upa and Puar, that whole thing with Fangs goes completely the same, besides Krillin being a little bit stronger to take Fangs on. And when we get to the Invisible Man, Yamcha's still initially put down by him because he can't see Invisible Man, but when he sees him, he takes him down a lot easier because Yamcha's stronger here. Whenever Yamcha goes against bandages, he's able to put up a much more decent fight than he did in the anime, because he was training with not only Krillin, but Nam as well, and Nam is a skilled warrior. But sadly, Yamcha still loses, and Nam takes the place of Goku finishing off bandages, and Nam does this almost instantly with most of the moves he learned, finishing off with a cross-arm dive. Now when we get to Devilman, he instantly tries to go for his Devil Might Beam, but it doesn't work. Because if you guys, for the 2% of you that might have thought that this would have worked on Nam, Garen, that's one thing. Hercule's ego, maybe in the early days of Dragon Ball, that could also have played a factor. But with Nam, he's pure as crap, just like Goku, pretty much. So it doesn't do anything, and he ultimately wins that fight too, because this is a much stronger Nam. And even with everything Devilman had, it's just nothing. Now when we get to Grandpa Gohan, who at the time is a mysterious stranger, he actually wishes to fight Goku alone. And no one knows why he wants this yet, aside from maybe wanting to kill him or seeing him as the strongest. But ultimately, the fight between Kid Goku and Grandpa Gohan goes the same way that it did in the anime, leading up to them finding out that it's his grandpa. Afterwards, Pilaf's little trick to try and get Goku's tail ultimately fails like before, and plays out the same way that it did in the anime, only with Nam possibly being there to provide backup assistance. All leading up to the events of the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, before we close off for this episode, I have something really interesting to end the plot of this episode. In the original, Tien effortlessly beat Nam. And Nam was basically there just for the heck of it. But with a stronger Nam, what does this mean? Will Nam ultimately lose to Tien and be cast out and maybe vow revenge against Tien and still be part of the story? Or will nothing change and he's still beaten like before? Or will Nam beat Tien and it go down a darker road for the three-eyed warrior? Meaning, will Tien stay a bad guy if he loses? And that's where we leave things for the moment. A lot of little kind of plot holes there for the next episode, because I found this a good cliffhanger to end off on. But what are your thoughts on this episode and the series as of yet? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.